Hello and welcome to the Property Perspective. I'm Josh.
And I'm Michelle. Today we'll talk about a topic that doesn't get mentioned often enough in landlord circles, and this is rental property fraud. Yes, unfortunately it does happen, and it can also have serious consequences.
When people think of fraud, they often imagine things like identity theft or financial scams, but fraud in the rental sector is real and growing, and whether you manage one property or 10 is something every landlord needs to be aware of.
So what does it look like in practice? Well, there's a few types. One of the most common is, of course, identity fraud, when someone uses false or stolen documents to secure a tenancy. Once in, they may stop paying rent, sublet illegally, or in some cases even try to sell or mortgage a property they don't actually own.
I know it does sound far-fetched, doesn't it? But we've seen reports of it, even here in the Northwest. In other cases, tenants provide completely fake employment references, for example, to pass affordability checks.
And then, of course, there's subletting fraud. A tenant rents a property and they let it out again, often crowding it or turning it into an unlicensed HMO. The landlord's unaware, they're still legally responsible for the property safety and, of course, compliance.
That's it. And obviously, let's not forget the scams targeting landlords themselves, like someone pretending to be a tenant or an agent to get keys and then using access to commit theft or damage.
So how can you protect yourself? Well, the number one defence is referencing. This includes full ID checks, credit history, income verification and previous landlord references. Of course, at JDG, we use trusted systems and take the time to investigate red flags, because if you do cut corners, this is when the issues slip through.
They do, and they can be very serious as well. So we also strongly recommend face-to-face or digital interviews before agreeing a tenancy, and always use secure methods for collecting things like deposits and rent. Have a paper trail. Never hand over keys without full checks being completed.
Yeah, definitely not. Another protection, of course, is regular inspections. If you've handed over the keys and don't visit the house again for 12 months, you're leaving a gap where fraud or misuse can happen, and often unnoticed.
Particularly with subletting.
Yeah.
So this is one of those areas where using a managing agent really does give peace of mind. We're trained to spot irregularities early and act quickly if something doesn't feel right.
Excuse me. And if something ever does go wrong, of course, well, let's face it, you're not alone. You've got a team behind you who can help navigate those legal routes and protect your investment, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly. So fraud is rare, but it's real, and being aware of it is the first step in prevention. It's being proactive, not reactive.
So there you go. Thanks for watching Property Perspective, and if you've got concerns about protecting your property, please feel free to get in touch. We're not here to scare you, we're here to help you.